So, HBO Max will now be rebranded as Just Max, like Just Jacks, Just Max. So, Warner Brothers Discovery confirms rebrand of HBO Max to Max. Launch date set. That's David Zaslav himself. Warner Brothers Discovery has confirmed its long expected plan to jettison the HBO from HBO Max, announcing that its rebranded streaming service will be called Max. So lame. The new offering, which combines programming from HBO Max and Discovery, will go live May 23rd. The company made the announcement during a press event at Stage 14 on its Burbank lot. This is a real moment for us. This is our time. This is our chance, and everything is possible, CEO David Zaslav said in his introductory remarks. I feel like for our company, this is our rendezvous with destiny. The $43 billion Warner Media Discovery merger closed a bit more than a year ago, and 2023 also happens to be the 100th anniversary of the founding of Warner Brothers. The centennial provided a centerpiece for an opening video as well as Zaslav's comments. He called 2022 a year of coming together, a year of restructuring, and now off we go all together to build Warner Brothers Discovery into the next century. JB Perrette, President and CEO, Global Streaming and Games, Warner Brothers Discovery, that's a long title, said the aim of blending Discovery and Warner content in a single service is to stand out in a sea of streaming services crowding the market. In this era of peak confusion, we're trying to simplify and improve the experience for consumers, he said. But the thing is, HBO Max did stand out before Zaslav got a hold of it. HBO Max was top tier. It was one of the best. It was one of the most recommended platforms. It was one of the most well liked platforms before they started stripping it of its content. It was in direct competition with Netflix. Zaslav also said retaining subscribers is as important to WBD as adding new ones. Oh, is it really? In recent quarters, the company has reported a blended subscriber number encompassing HBO Linear, HBO Max, and Discovery Plus, with a 2022 tally reaching 96.1 million. Churn, the trade term for how many subscribers cancel their service in a given period, has become a central challenge for major media companies navigating the streaming landscape. Historically, their ultra lucrative linear networks were tied to the pay TV bundle with long term contracts and hardware, making it extremely difficult for customers to cancel. Now they can drop at the click of a button. After signaling for months that two streaming products would combine into one, WBD backtracked earlier this year and said it would continue to provide Discovery Plus as a standalone streamer. That decision came after research indicated resistance among some diehard fans of the unscripted fare on Discovery Plus to have to spend considerably more for an upgraded subscription. Meaning other people don't like this merger either. I really think the only people who like this merger is WBD themselves. None of the actual subscribers wanted this. Wednesday's streaming event took place a little more than a year after the close of the $43 billion merger of Warner Media and Discovery, a mega deal with streaming at its core. HBO Max launched in 2020 after hitting several bumps in the road by Warner Media when it was fully owned by AT&T. The telco giant spun off the entertainment company into the newly merged entity but retained a large stake. In the AT&T era, emphasizing that HBO and HBO Max was always a key part of the corporate strategy for getting into the streaming game, particularly because of the premium network's existing paid base of tens of millions of subscribers in the US. At the time, the launch plans were made for HBO Max. Game of Thrones was concluding its record smashing final season, and the prevailing thought was that no shinier jewel existed in the corporate crown. No serious consideration was ever given to other names, and executives who oversaw the effort to christen the service said research tilted heavily in the direction of HBO. The strong affiliation with legacy HBO network, however, proved an early stumbling block in terms of subscriber growth, as the effort to communicate linear viewers how to activate a streaming account proved unwieldy. The official launch of HBO Max in May 2020, which marked the last of four major new competitors to Netflix launched over a 7-month span, was also completely waylaid by COVID. But it wasn't just COVID, because they didn't have all of their deals in place. I, as a Roku subscriber, did not have access to HBO Max on my TV until December of 2020, when HBO Max finally had a deal with Roku to be on Roku. And I remember that that's when they got their deal for Roku as well as the Amazon Fire Stick, because they had this deal where they told people, oh, come, subscribe early before the thing launches, and in May, and you can get a discounted price for $11 or something. And you get it, this is the discounted price for a whole year, and then when it launched, it wasn't on Fire Stick or Roku, so they lied. And then they wanted you to watch it on, saying, but you still had access to it on the computer. But I did not buy a Roku to watch TV on a computer. I don't want to watch TV on the computer. I want to watch TV on my TV. So while WBD CEO David Zaslav is as enamored of HBO as the AT&T regime overall, his management team concluded that the HBO in the name positioned the general entertainment service as slightly too rarefied to match rivals like Disney Plus or Netflix. The combined service is home not to only the coastal fixation Succession, but also decidedly middle American unscripted series like Naked and Afraid and 90 Day Fiance. Okay. So they want to compete with Disney Plus and Netflix. And they feel in order to do this, they want to drop the HBO and just be Max, just Max. But I feel like, Disney Plus was able to continue to compete and keep their brand. I don't understand why HBO couldn't do the same thing. It seems like it's going to confuse some people, having this dropping the HBO, and if they keep the HBO content, because again, a big draw of Max is a huge part of Max is that Max is the HBO content. And if you don't have HBO there, is it going to be clear to some people, to new subscribers, that they're going to be getting HBO content with this new Max? And when I think of Max, you know what I think of? I think of Cinemax. And when I think of Cinemax, I think of Skinemax. I don't think it's a good brand. I think it's lame, and I don't think it was a good brand idea. I think of all the market research groups and market research studies they could have done. I think they wasted their money and they could have come up with something better. And I think this is just a lame idea. But tell me, what do you think? Do you like Max? Do you like this merger? Tell me down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you know that next time I upload or go live. Thanks.